right, what is happening, everybody? We are back. Have I got my mic on? Is my mic? Yeah, we're good. We're good. What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to Serial Sundays, Series 2, with me and Phil Chalmers, the man who talks to serial killers. And it's exciting. Season 2. Lots of things going on, Phil. And you've, of course, got your second season of the podcast. We'll get on to that. Make sure you like up the stream. Make sure you share and do all of that, because I would do it myself, but sadly my phone has been commandeered for Roblox, sadly. So here we are. But Phil, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How you doing out there?
We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. Now, just to clear up some inconsistencies with my informing of the people. It's not the slasher. It's not the killer. It's not the slayer. It's the strangler, right?
Taco Bell Strangler.
Strangler. That's it. And yeah.
You gotta get the Taco Bell logo. That's important.
That's important, yeah. Got to make sure we keep it on brand for them.
You have Taco Bell. Do you have Taco Bell in the UK?
We've got a few. It's not as big as, say, McDonald's. I think there's only a hand. There's not one in Edinburgh. There's one in Glasgow. Like, I'd have to go to the other side of Scotland to find one.
Oh my God.
But yeah, like, oh my God is right. Like, when I went to the States and came back after trying Taco Bell, I was like, I've never gone into a restaurant before with $3 and came out with a feast before. Do you know what I mean? It's anyone can afford a Taco Bell. That's the beauty of it.
It's got to be really healthy food if you can buy it for $3.95.
Oh yeah, nothing says grade A quality beef than 6 tacos for $3. Do you know what I'm saying? that's the good gear. That's the good gear.
So we're going to talk about the Taco Bell Strangler tonight, and I want you guys all to know I have an hour tonight. I have an interview with another serial killer that we're going to be bringing you very soon. That'll be right after this, and I'll give you a hint. It's a serial killer who has a twin, one of the few killing twins. He's a serial killer, and his twin is a killer, okay? The Taco Bell Strangler is amazing. It's an amazing case. It's a case that I use a lot in my training just because of how strange the case is. And we'll get into it in a little bit here. And also, Ron's going to update us what's going on the channel.
Yep, absolutely.
What's new, what's coming. Give us a little update.
We've got some new features coming. The membership's going to be rolling out with some extra features for the live chats for the remaining episodes of this season. The merch store is launching. We've got some really cool hoodies, t-shirts, and gaiters for the face. Getting that nice skull sort of design on your face, all blending in with the hoodies, all looking amazing. Everything is pretty much good to go. There's a few little tweaks left to do. The kids, Sunday is not being a productive day, but tomorrow we shall make right on what we have said. But yeah, channel memberships, the super chats are now active, and yeah, we're all heading in the right direction, and we've got some big things planned, and a big project with Delmas and a couple other channels. So it's exciting times. And like I say, it's always this sort of germination period with a new channel and making sure we know what content people want. And I think we're there now, and it's exciting. It's exciting to see where it goes. So all to the future.
We're continuing to do live interviews with serial killers, and we will continue to do that. In fact, the next few videos Ron's going to post on YouTube. Yeah. We did an interview with the kid who stabbed his whole family to death. He's a teen killer. Family Annihilator. We also we're doing a Why Teens Kill video. I think you guys will like that. We're doing a serial killer myth video. That's a good one. But we'll keep. I think we're doing it, Ron. Every other week is a live serial killer interview, and then every other week, what do we call that? Like a more of a instructional video.
Like an information based.
Information. Yeah. So like tonight, when we do this live on the Taco Bell Strangler, I will record a video that delves deeper into the case, and I slow down in the video. Like this live chat we're just popping and looking at the chat and all that. But when we really get into it on the video, Ron will post this. It'll probably come up in a few weeks. It's slowing down and looking at the dates and really going over the case like I would be if I was an FBI profiler.
Yeah.
And I think you'll enjoy it.
Well, I just want to say as well, thanks to J Heath 5150, our very first $10 super chat donation. thank you very much for that, Heath, and thank you everybody for being here. 124, that's amazing. So thank you everyone for being here, and like I say, lots to come. I genuinely believe that the kids shouldn't have been allowed any school holidays because they had so much time off last year. Like, cancel summer, cancel Easter. Like, come on. I need to get some work done. Like, I feel like they're off school every 5 minutes. So we're getting there. And yeah, so let's meet tonight's killer, right? The Taco Bell Strangler. Now, it wouldn't be surprising to find out that those 6 tacos for $3 maybe had a little bit of people in them, right? Right? I wouldn't be surprised. I also wouldn't be surprised to find out that it was cardboard. Oh, and another $5. M. Ricci, thank you so much. You're amazing. You're amazing. Okay, you're amazing. So there is some. I'm not going to bring the Cena MP3 to this, but I have got some belters. So here we go. Oh, this is the youngest. I see. This is the youngest serial killer, isn't it?
He doesn't look very dangerous. What do you guys think?
Are you fucking for real? Look at that stare. Look at the stare he's giving you. That is like the, hey, listen, I got beat up at school way too often, and now I'm killing everyone.
So let me tell you about Henry Louis Wallace. And by the way, this right where I live right now, I want y'all to know that we're going to do 4 serial Sundays right in a row. We're going to do 4 in a row. Next week, the Werewolf of Wisteria. The week after, the Claremont Killer. The week after, the Warwick Slasher. And then I've got to go on tour, and I'm going to move. I'm moving from North Carolina to Ohio on May 30th. But I'm sitting right now 40 minutes from the crime scenes of the Taco Bell Strangler, okay? Henry Louis Wallace is also called, if you don't like Taco Bell, you can call him the Charlotte Strangler because that was his other nickname. He ends up killing his first victim in South Carolina, and then he moves to North Carolina, Charlotte, and he continues his killing spree of 10 more. And the reason we're doing the myths video, because people are like, well, you know, serial killers are crazy white guys, right? That's who serial killers are. And we're really shocked when we see a black male serial killer. Well, I want you guys to know that most serial killers today are black males. So we're going to get into that in the myth video. So he is actually more common than you think. The media doesn't let us see that. So born in 1965, Barnwell, South Carolina. Tough upbringing, single mom, father disowns him. Exposed to porn at an early age. He's sexually assaulted by older females at an early age. And he had kind of a tough upbringing. His mother was very harsh disciplinarian, would beat him. It was rough. So I believe he grew up in a home with no plumbing and electricity. But he attended high school. He graduated from high school. He was elected to the student council. And ready for this, Ron? His mom would not let him play football. So I'm talking American football for those of you that know real football, but this is American football. So guess what he did? He was a cheerleader. He went on to become a DJ at the school's radio station.
What decade was this in?
This is he's in the 80s.
Yeah, so listen. Modern times, boys, girls doing cheerleading, it's completely common now, okay? But I would imagine back in the 80s, there was still a lot of stigma around sexuality, orientation, all this kind of stuff. So that would have been, if you want to be a cheerleader, brilliant. That I'm all play it in the 80s. But if you wanted to play football, and then suddenly you became a cheerleader, that's a kick in the nuts. I just want to say as well, just quickly, thank you very, very much for the 2 other donations, Jennifer and Third Time Productions, M. Ricci, and also now Shaney Boy. Thank you everyone for your donations. Very, very kind. But just an interesting point to throw in there, because the psychological effect of that in the 80s could have been a little bit more substantial compared to now, is really the point I'm making.
But even now, Ron, in the United States, we have males are cheerleaders at college. It's very rare for a male to be a cheerleader in high school. Just still here. That's the way it is.
Okay.
So he goes on to attend college. He joins the Navy. He joins the military. Okay. Life is going decent for him until around 1988. So he's 22 years old. He had joined the military. He's in Seattle, Washington. He starts to get in trouble for breaking and entering and burglary. All right. So he starts experimenting with drugs. He starts breaking and entering and stealing and theft. And he starts getting into trouble. And that's where his problems start. Now, if you watch this video later, I'm going to get deeper into the ages and the dates and everything. But today I'm just going to keep it a little bit light and just hit the story quickly for you. Of course, you can Google this and get the whole story. So in 1990, he's 24 years old. He kills an ex-girlfriend in South Carolina. He strangles her to death and throws her in a lake. He's questioned, but he's not arrested. He also raped a 16-year-old female there at the same area, and he was questioned about that and not arrested. His marriage fell apart. He hadn't gotten married. It fell apart. He got fired from his job. Things are falling apart for Henry. He broke into his old high school, stole some radio equipment, and basically he just said, you know, my life is out of control. He's 25 years old. So at the age of 26 in 1991, he moves to Charlotte, 40 minutes down the road from where I live. Okay. He's honorably discharged from the Navy, and here's where he starts his Charlotte killing spree. He's already killed one and got away with it. He's now going to kill 10 more women, and I'll give you the dates from 1990, May of 92. Let's see the last one, May of 92 to March of 94. So this is about less than a 2-year killing spree. He kills 10 females in 2 years. Okay, so
that's a lot.
At first it's like one every 6 months, Ron, or one every 8 months. And then this is typically what we see as serial killers. They start speeding up. Yeah. It's like the next one's 6 months. The next one's 4 months. The next one's 2 months. And ready for this? He kills 3 women in the same day. And then he's arrested.
What? Apparently, it turns out 3 in a day is the limit for the police. Like, they're going to get you. Like, they're going to get you.
Like, we don't know there's a serial killer yet, but when you kill 3 in one day, we think there's a serial killer in Charlotte. That's laughingly, that's kind of how it went, actually.
Damn. All right. Shit.
So he, and I want to show the victims here because I think it's important. These are the victims of the Taco Bell Strangler. And
just keep them held up.
Rest in peace, these beautiful ladies. Got no coverage. The media didn't cover the case. Nobody knows who this is if they don't live in Charlotte. And, you know, God bless these families. This is why we do the show. This is why I do what I do. It's for these people right here. So can we help them? Can we bring closure? Can we prevent more women from being murdered?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to bury their daughter.
I just want to say as well, it's interesting that the police didn't realize there was a serial killer when all those women look like a complete and utter. What's the word used for when all the suspects look, or the victims look the same?
Yeah. It's like the modus operandi, the MO. Yeah. But here's what happens, Ron, and I use this case in my training. One of the myths you're going to, when you guys see the video, I think Ron will have it up the next couple of weeks. It's a serial killer myth. One of the myths is, well, the one myth is all serial killers are white. That's a myth. Most serial killers are white. Wrong. But here's the other myth. Serial killers don't change their MO. So they serial killers strangle everybody or stab everybody or drown everybody, but that's not true. The truth is serial killers change their MO a lot. And let me just walk you through the way he killed people. So the first victim in South Carolina dumped her in a lake. Second one, he beat to death with a rock and a brick and laid her on the railroad tracks. Then he strangled one with a curling iron and dumped her body in the woods. Then he raped, strangled one and drowned her in a bathtub. Then he raped and strangled the next one. Then he raped, strangled, and set the next one on fire. Then he stabbed the next one. Then he strangled the next one. Then he strangled the next one and stole her car. Then he strangled the next one, stabbed the next one. I mean, he's constantly changing his MO.
Yeah. He is.
Some of the bodies are left in the house. Some are drowned in the tub, and some are dumped. So, man,
that's crazy.
That's an example of MO does change. So there's 2 things we're going to teach you in that video that Ron posts. There's a signature, which is your calling card, and there's a MO. So here I have. You can see up above I don't know if you guys can see it. This is the necklace we have that was made by the Boston Strangler, right? So this is the Boston Strangler. This was made by the hands of the Boston Strangler. The Boston Strangler had an MO, or I'm sorry, he had a signature. And what he did was he strangled his victims, and then he would take their nylons, pantyhose, and he would tie a bow on their neck. that a signature is their calling card. That was his calling card.
Yeah.
You know what Henry's calling card is? He likes to take towels and ligature strangle them and twist towels, and they find the towels around their necks when they find them.
Damn.
I'm going to try to get the case files and the crime scenes on this case because I bet you it's fascinating. But so his signature, strangulation of black females in Charlotte. So there's your common, Ron, there's your common connection. But his MO changed. Some he stole the car, some he stabbed, some he drowned. Some, some he dumped, some left. Man, so this case, when I do this video, this case is deep. Like one of the women was holding her infant. I mean, one of the women was holding her infant as he raped her, and then he strangled her in front of the infant. The infant, he tried to strangle the infant, but the infant survived. So this case is wild, man. This guy's cold-hearted.
Did the infant survive, or was there a moment where that was the line for him? Because that, and listen, I know we're talking about an infant, and that's horrific, but it's like in the Todd, the Todd, is it Kempelman? What was his name?
Todd Colehip.
Yes. There's moments in that case where you're like, okay, well, he tried rape, he didn't like it, he never did it again. Did he just keep that woman in that locker because he couldn't kill a woman? Was it better? Yeah. Was that a better option for him? So was that the line for the Taco Bell Strangler?
No, it was no line. He tried to kill the baby, but the baby somehow survived. When the boyfriend came to the house, the baby had a towel ligature on his neck, and somehow
shit.
Yeah, man, this guy's cold-hearted. Damn. Now listen, he killed more people than Son of Sam. He killed more people than BTK. And yet nobody knows who Henry Louis Wallace is.
I think I'm going to be honest. BTK sounds way scarier than the Taco Bell Strangler. Okay, I think it's the branding that screwed up his legacy, if I'm being honest.
This is Shauna Hawk. She's a beautiful young lady. One of his victims. If this was a white killer or white victims, this case would be huge. It would be huge. It would be a huge case. Listen, people in Charlotte don't know who he is, let alone people in other states or other countries. So what happens is the media doesn't report on these cases because they don't want to talk about serial killers that usually aren't white. And that's what they do. So let's just continue. He kills Sharon Nance. His second victim is actually a sex worker. So Sharon Nance, let's see where she is here. She's right here. Sharon Nance was a sex worker. He beats her to death on the railroad tracks. Then he starts going into homes and he decides to kill everybody he knows. Okay. So he kills Caroline Love, strangles her to death in her apartment with the curling iron cord, dumps her body. She was a friend of Wallace's girlfriend. All right. So automatically her friend is dating Wallace, the Taco Bell Strangler. He already should be a suspect. They already suspected him of something in South Carolina. Then he kills Shauna Hawk. I just showed you her picture. She's beautiful. Raped and strangled her and drowned her in her bathtub. She was, Wallace attended her funeral. She worked at Taco Bell. He was her supervisor. So he kills an employee now. So he's killing people that are tied to his girlfriend, his sister, and now his employee. He's killing his own employees. He kills Audrey Spain. He rapes and strangles her and dumps her body. She worked at Taco Bell. He kills Valencia Jumper, rapes and strangles her to death, sets her on fire. They never thought it was a murder. They thought she died in a house fire. He actually attended her funeral. He sent her family condolences. Okay? She was a friend of his sister. Connection. He kills Michelle Stinson, rapes her, strangles her, stabs her to death in front of her 3-year-old son. She was a college student. All right? She was a friend of Wallace's from Taco Bell. He's arrested again for shoplifting. He continues his killing spree. Let me finish this round.
Yeah, man.
He kills Vanessa Mack, rapes and strangles her to death in her apartment. Her sister is a co-worker of Wallace at Taco Bell. She's a manager for him. He kills Betty Jean Bauckham, robs, rapes, and strangles her to death. She's a co-worker of Wallace's girlfriend. He kills Brandy Henderson. Wallace is friends with Brandy Henderson's boyfriend. Are you seeing how this is insane? He actually kills his last victim, Deborah Ann Slaughter. He stabbed her 38 times.
Wow.
She was a co-worker of his girlfriend. So the myth is, this isn't one of my myths, but it is kind of a myth where like serial killers kill strangers. That's why it's so hard to catch them. This dude killed everybody he knew.
Dude, you could almost, it was almost like he had one person of separation with his first few killings.
Yes.
Because he didn't want
all of his killings. Yes.
When you think about it, it was a friend of his girlfriend or a friend of a friend, and then he graduated into just killing his staff. Do you know what I mean? Directly connect. Do you see what I mean? Wild.
But you know what's cool is, think about this, and not cool, but it's interesting. He goes to the house, knocks on the door. Oh, it's Henry, my manager at Taco Bell. Come on in. I hate when that does that, Ron. When you
so annoying.
Hello, Ron. Everybody, he knocks on the door and they say, "Oh, Henry's here. Come on in." I mean, I know who that is. That's, I'm friends with the sister.
Yeah,
my boss. I work for him. And before you know it, he's raping and strangling you with the towel. That's crazy. So they were taken by surprise. They put their guard down. They let him in the house, and they had no idea he was a serial killer. He was a monster.
Wild. I mean, it really is wild.
Yeah. Wild.
It is wild. I mean, do you think...
So he's arrested. He's arrested in 1994 at the age of 28. They find his palm print on the back of the vehicle, Balcom's vehicle that he stole. So they bring him into the police department. They say, we have your fingerprint and your handprint. He says, I can't talk about this, but give me a piece of paper. And he writes 9 names on the paper. The police only suspected him of 2. And he lays the paper down with 9 names on it. And then later he confesses to the last 2, but he gave them 9. Some of them, they didn't know they were even dead, murdered. And some of them, they were shocked. They said, we never expected anything like that. Damn. So he confessed to all 11 murders, got the death penalty. He's sitting on death row 40 minutes from me. And ready for this? This is the funniest part, or the craziest part. In June 5th, 1998, at the age of 32, he marries a former prison nurse. He has a wife. He marries her next to the execution chamber.
Oh, fucking hell. It's so dark.
He has turned down all interviews. He will not respond to me.
Damn.
He has a wife that takes care of him. He's trying to get off a death row, but he probably won't. And the Taco Bell strangler, the Charlotte strangler, Henry Wallace, will probably never be executed just because of the way things are. He's probably going to die of old age, a heart attack on death row. And wow.
Wild. It was just the way you were like, raped, strangled her, killed her in a bath, stabbed her, burnt them, stole her car. It was...
yeah.
And that was a lot. I mean, that was a lot to take in. And it's fascinating when you bring these cases, because... why have we never heard of this guy? Why have we?
The media just doesn't report on black male serial killers, and the reason they don't is they're fearing that they'll be deemed racist. To me, it's racist not to talk about this case, and I believe the American news media is some of the most racist. It's the most racist company in the world.
It's kind of the same here. I'll be honest with you. There's been cases where young girls have been sexually abused and harassed by groups of non-white individuals, and police have been very skeptical to get involved because of cultural indifference and all this kind of stuff. And not just it's not just white people that are upset about this. It's all the people of this country that are upset about it, because it's fucking horrible. You know what I mean? It really, really is. It's a scary world when the police can't do their job, or for fear of backlash.
In defense of the police, there was 100 murders that year in Charlotte. There was a lot of crack epidemic at that time. And they just had a shitload of murder down there. And I think they had, I don't know how many they said, 7 homicide detectives. They were just blow it out. They were blowed out.
Yeah.
And they couldn't keep up with the bodies. They couldn't keep up with the cases. And so you see this one woman there's a fire. She died in a house fire. They didn't know she was murdered. This woman was stabbed. This one was dumped. This one's missing. I guess they didn't connect the dots till it was too late. I just want to say there's a movie about this. If you want to watch it, was on ID. It's called Bad Henry, and Bad Henry, and it's a lot like the first 48. It's a pretty good. It's like an hour and a half, 2-hour documentary. But I just want to say, in honor of these ladies, this is why we do what we do. I know, Ron, you do what you do for the victims, and this is why we do what we do. Can we help understand this? Can we train law enforcement and the FBI enough that they can say, hey man, I think we have a serial killer here, man. Two women are strangled. You know what I mean? Like, whoa.
It must have been the era. We must have not reached the point where when 11 African American women, right, who all look pretty similar, you know, hair length, they all look like, none of them, there wasn't a super skinny one and then a super overweight one. There was a lot of consistencies. I think in 2021, we probably would have got to 3 or 4 bodies in one fucking town, and somebody would have went, possibly we have a serial killer at that point. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, are we at the end of the golden era of serial killers towards the middle of the 80s, and we're just at this weird transition period where we're only now accepting that level of horror as reality? Do you know what I mean? Maybe in the 80s they thought, oh, that was something that happened over the last 20 years, but not so much now. Who knows? But it's incredible. What would appear to be to me as negligence now is just a different foresight back then, if that makes sense, or the way they see things back then.
In the United States, we had a crack epidemic in the 80s. I think it might even gone into the 90s. At one time, we had 16,000 murders in this country. I think now it's more like 12,000. And there were just bodies dropping everywhere. And the drug trade was just a war on the streets. And I think law enforcement has gotten control of that. You know, the laws, the prisons, they've kept people in prison. And we've kind of kept the numbers down to about 12,000 for 330 million people. But I think, you know, Charlotte now, Ron, instead of 100 plus murders that year, they probably have about 40 now, which is still a lot for a city, medium-sized city. But, you know, if you started seeing people disappearing or being murdered, and now it'd be like, they would stand out like, whoa, what's going on?
I mean, as well, there'll be a lot more CCTV now as well, I would imagine. A lot more home security systems too. And passive.
Yeah, you would have a Ring doorbell and it would say, oh, the last guy that was here was this guy.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of these Amazon doorbells as well, they've got cameras and all that, and they're completely independent of anything in your house. You know, you could burn the house down and Amazon still have the footage. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So it really is.
Anybody have any questions for me?
Yeah, just at Phil Chalmers in the chat and fire us any questions. How are we doing, Aiko? How are we doing, Heath? Jack Jung, how you doing? Donna, Rini, Nadi, how are you all? Mackenstein's here too. Fruity Shooty. Thank you, everyone. 250 of you's here. Thank you, everyone. Make sure you smash the like button because it's free, and Ron gets right up his own arse about things that are free and that you just click it. Okay, if it was
when you guys make donations, it goes to Surviving Life and the production of this YouTube channel. So
okay, listen,
when you support this, donate. We're trying to bring you some great content, and unfortunately, it's very expensive to do what we do.
Yeah.
You would think we're just chatting with killers, and it's free, but it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. We just did a Blockbuster interview this week with Todd Kohlhepp, and I sent you a message, Ron. I want it to be a 2-part series.
Yeah,
Now, Todd Kohlhepp is interesting because he's a mass murderer and a serial killer. He committed a mass murder, killed 4 people in a bike shop. That is the FBI definition of a mass murderer. This guy gets away with that crime. He never gets arrested.
That's so mad. Like,
and he goes on to be a serial killer.
How do you stand in a bike shop and kill everyone there and then just go, all right, see you later, and walk out? Like, it's crazy.
He said he drove away, and
it's crazy. Like, if that was in a movie, if that was the opening scene in a movie, you would walk out the movie.
We don't believe it.
Yeah, you'd walk out the movie going, fuck
you don't get away with the mass murder. Nobody gets away with murder, right?
Damn. That must have been like the perfect storm. No one driving past, no one walking past, no one jogging in the morning. Wild, man, wild. But he's a special kind of crazy. Mass killer and a serial killer, kidnapper, hostage, imprisoner. Wild.
And every serial killer has a dream, most of them, that they want to have sex slaves, from Jeffrey Dahmer to BTK to many of them. And this guy actually had a sex slave for 2 months.
What was the
Gary Heidnick did that. Gary Heidnick did that as well out in Philadelphia.
What was the serial killer duo? There was like the Asian dude and the bald guy, and that was their whole premise.
Charles Nigg and Leonard Lake out in California. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The videos.
The sex slave. They want the sex slave. Bittaker and Norris did that too. The Killing Cousins in Florida. They were Waterfield and Gore. I mean, a lot of these guys, their goal is we want to. In fact, Todd Kohlhepp was going to build a house on his property. Ready for this, Ron?
Okay.
Who's going to make a soundproof room and keep that lady forever?
Yeah, but I think I genuinely believe, right, that Todd Kohlhepp, in his head, he was doing the right thing. Right, by imprisoning her, I believe he thought he was doing the right thing.
He was trying like, I did the right thing. I didn't kill her. I'm like, dude, after killing 9 people,
I don't think he lost any sleep over it. I thought he was like, do you know what? I'm a good guy. Like, that's what I think he believes. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Now, just getting back to Leonard Lake and I can't remember the other guy's name. Watching
Charles Nigg.
Watching the video of them basically telling a woman that lived on their land that they'd taken her baby away, she's never going to see it again, and she's going to be there as their slave. That is dark. I mean, that is really, again, a special kind of crazy and control, and just how long does it fester in someone's brain? I mean, I just can't. I don't know how
Ron,
you do it.
You're getting ready to Ron's getting ready to post a video on my channel here soon of Robert Bever, who committed a mass murder of his family. He killed 6 people in his family, mom and dad, sisters and brothers. And he stabbed them all to death like 20, 30 times each. And he said he had to keep stabbing and killing because he wanted the screaming. And we the point I brought up in that interview is we play video games and we watch these movies and we're like, well, if you shoot someone and they fall down, if you stab someone, they go, ah, and you find out in real life when you stab someone, they're still staring at you. You're like,
ah, shit. It's not like insta kill,
but they don't die.
No.
He's I had stabbed him so many times. He said,
damn,
I couldn't believe how many times I had to stab them before they stopped screaming.
Where the fuck was he stabbing them? Just like in the hand, just die, damn it.
They were stabbing the torso and the chest and the back and the stomach. And,
damn.
Man. I can't imagine how much that would hurt.
Oh, that would be awful. Getting stabbed once would be bad enough. But 31 times. Hang on 1 minute, Phil. Just hit us with some more serial killer facts while I take this minion back to her bedroom. Oh, that's that.
I like that. You have a minion in your room. Anybody have any questions? Fire away. I'll try to monitor the chat. Anybody have any questions about these serial killers? We're posting some videos this week, next couple weeks. We're trying to post a video a week of an educational video and then another one of a serial killer interview. And so we've kind of got them stacked up now. We got Kohlhepp. We're going to do another Delmas and Daisy show that's coming at you. We got Robert Bever, the teen killer, family annihilator. We got Why Teens Kill. We got serial killer myths. And I'm about to interview a guy named Robert Spahalski, the twin killer. And so we'll keep posting these up for you guys and keep the content coming. And we appreciate everything. We are Ron's channel hit 100,000 subscriptions. Wow.
100,000, baby.
My channel is crawling. It's nearing 10,000. We're getting there.
It's funny because I was saying to Phil, because Phil was like, hey, how long did it take you to get to 5,000 subscribers? And I was like, 4.5 years, Phil. 4.5 years. Okay. So I think we're doing great. Where we're at now is because I know the workflow now and I know what the content is, I'm all about producing bigger projects for this channel now. So, relaying what information to Phil that we need for bigger projects and things. This, I'm going to fuck up his second name again, but Todd, the mass killer, serial killer, it's a great example. So you'll see a trailer for that. You'll get it in 2 parts, and it'll be a big deal. I'll cut in news sections and other bits and bobs that we can find online just to kind of visually make it all a bit more informative for you guys. And I can't wait because I like big projects,
So I'll give you a little update what we're doing here. The season 2 of our podcast, Where the Bodies Are Buried. If you've never listened to it, season 1 is out anywhere you can listen to podcasts. It's owned by Dennis Quaid and Jared Goodstead. It is produced by Grinning Dog, who do the show Duck Dynasty, which is an amazing series. Those are the guys that are behind the podcast. Season 2 is dropping, I hope, in May. We've already got, it's 10 episodes. We've already got, man, wait till you see the lineup for season 2 of Where the Bodies Are Buried. It's great. But we're going to have a huge partnership I can't talk about just yet, but it's huge. They're talking like millions of listeners. So we're excited about that. I'm going on tour in May. You can go to my website, my tour dates. I'm going to, if you're in the US, I'm coming to Wisconsin. I'm coming to Michigan. I'm coming to Ohio, 2 dates in Ohio, West Virginia. And then May 30th, Ron, I'm moving, and I'm so excited. Ron's going to fly to the U.S. and help me load my shit.
There is more fucking chance,
I
right?
really appreciate that.
There's more chance of Delmas getting parole, right? Than I've even said this to Rach. If I ever have to move house again, I'm burning everything and starting again. I'm burning it fucking all. Why, when you move house, is there so much shit?
Oh, not us, man. We moved not too long ago. We've gotten rid of everything. But they're asking how Delmas and Daisy's doing. So Delmas Colvin calls me often. He's doing well. He's very cordial with us and always willing to help out. So he's doing pretty well. He does like to get mail. He likes to get emails. If y'all want to email him, call or send him a letter, he would like that.
Yeah.
Daisy growing up. Let me see if I can get Daisy up here.
Daisy's looking big. I'm not going to lie. Daisy's looking big.
I saw her, right?
Yeah. And Delmas and Daisy episode 2, that's coming very, very soon. I'm very excited to do that because that's I get to be a bit more tongue in cheek with that series. And also we're setting up another round of live interviews on this channel, on Sean's channel, on my channel, just to kind of bring that to you guys because we know you are hungry for it all. So there'll be a Delmas and whatever Phil suggests, really. And hopefully
I'm gonna keep bringing the serial killers to you guys. I've got some really interesting, like I'm talking right now to the guy that killed the I-5 Strangler last week, the Roger Kibbe. I'm going to interview Paul Runge. He's a serial killer from Illinois. He doesn't really talk to anybody. We're going to keep delivering the goods and bring in as many of these interviews as we can. And I think you guys are going to enjoy the content. So please help me get to 10,000 subs. I want to get there as fast as possible. Tell all your friends and family, spread the word, share it on your pages. Let's get this thing to 10,000.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 10,000 is coming. Like, I'm pretty sure last week it was like 5,500 and we're almost at 6,500. So we're getting there. We've got a question here. Question: is it always men raping and murdering women, or are there women murdering and raping any men? I am curious. So,
93% of serial killers are men. So in the U.S., 7% are female. I'm talking about, when I always give you numbers, guys, it's always U.S. because that's the killers I really know. So in the U.S., there's been over 3,200 serial killers. So that means there's been over 300 female serial killers. Ron, we should do a video on female serial killers. That'd be good. But
I think we should as well.
They normally don't rape people, females. They like to poison. They like to kill their children, their husbands, their patients at the hospital, the nursing home. They will kill people that stay at their home. So they kind of kill people close to them and they like to poison them, but very rarely do they sexually assault anybody, women. Usually they're killing they're angry, they hate their children, or they're killing for financial gain or, something like that. But a lot of women enjoy killing. In fact, the deadliest female serial killer in America is not Eileen Wuornos, although she's the one everybody knows. The deadliest serial killer in the United States is the Giggling Granny. You could look her up. That's a great
hell.
Giggling Granny.
The Giggling Granny. Again, that was the Taco Bell killer's ancestor that named that one. No one's getting scared about the Giggling Granny. Come on.
The Giggling Granny will kill your ass.
She will fuck you up, mate.
Yes.
Oh man, and it's creepy olden black and white photo era Nanny Doss, American serial killer.
Yeah, Nanny Doss. Yeah, I'm glad you're looking it up. look at who her victims are and read them off. You're going to love her victims. Listen to who her victims are.
Okay, great. It's going to be great.
Yeah, Wikipedia, pull it up and just read it. She killed her. Just read it off.
I'm trying to find.
I think it's a Wikipedia page. I think it lists it on there, but she kills like 2 children.
Here we go. Here we go. Murderpedia.
Read us the list.
Okay, so we had number of victims up to 11.
Yeah, 11.
Damn. So we had Nanny Doss, early life, marriage. Just give me a second. Grandchildren.
Go to crime,
Fifth
go to
marriage.
murders.
Here we go. Nanny Doss, widow. Oh, I'm really not doing well here, Phil. I'm scrolling.
Okay,
I'm scrolling.
That's all right. I'm putting pressure on you.
I'm scrolling. Recipe for death. Nanny Doss's lonely hearts loved her men to death. Oh my God. This is a recipe.
She was also they also called her the lonely hearts killer or the giggling granny, but she killed like a mother-in-law, 2 children, 2 husbands, like everybody. You want to talk about you want to talk about the Taco Bell strangler killing people he knows. This poor woman killed everybody around her. Everybody she knew died.
Did she poison people? Because there's a recipe for an apple pie here that's called recipe for death.
Yes, she poisoned people. Yes.
Fun.
Read the list of her victims and you'll get a little chuckle because she killed like everybody she knows.
This is like the longest.
I don't know why it took 11 murders to say I think this lady's a serial killer.
It's the longest Murderpedia page I've ever scrolled down.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like, it's fucking huge. Right, hang on. I need to go back up to the top.
Now you're forcing me to look it up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really not.
Right.
I'm failing us all miserably here.
That's all right. It's all right. Here, I'll get it real quick here. I had her victims written down before. They're pretty interesting.
Okay. Right. Victims. Just give us.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's not easy to see.
Yeah. Like, just give us a list of victims.
It's not easy to see. I don't know. Maybe I found it on. Maybe it wasn't Wikipedia. Let me look somewhere else here.
Like nowhere has a list of her fucking killings. They tell you everything.
There's her face. There's Nanny Doss's face. She looks like a typical grandma, I think.
I hate black and white pictures.
A quick list of her victims. It just says first, second husband. Oh, she killed a grandmother, second husband, her third husband, her fourth husband, fifth. It just goes on the list, man.
Shit. Maybe I was reading those. I thought that maybe that was the background to people that she'd married. I didn't realize those were the victims. Okay, so that whole page was just victims. Here we go. Here's her victims. Ready for this round? Here we go. Okay. 4 of her husbands. Let's just stop right there. If 4 of your husbands were murdered, wouldn't you be a suspect? Her mother. Yeah. Her mother, her sister, her grandson, her mother-in-law, and someone else's mother. Yeah.
I mean,
nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
The giggling granny, she might bake you an apple pie, but she'll kill your ass.
Shit. Nah.
The deadliest U.S. female serial killer. And she's, quite frankly, she's almost unknown. Nobody knows who. If you said Nanny Doss, people would say, "Huh?"
Yeah, she got. It's all about the branding, Phil. Okay, nobody wants to bring out a book called the Terrible Tales of the Giggling Granny. Okay, they want to bring it like the BTK. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? Like the Boston Strangler. Those are well branded serial killers. Okay, Taco Bell guy, he got fucked over. The granny, she got fucked over, big time. So that is definitely going to be part of the reason why we've never heard of these people. It just doesn't sound scary enough.
Everybody get your calendars out. Next Sunday night, same time, same sandbox.
You know it.
Next Sunday night, we got the Werewolf of Wisteria, Albert Fish.
I can't fucking wait for Albert Fish.
One of the crazy serial killers. The week after, the next Sunday after that, we have the Claremont Killer. This is not the Claremont Killer from Australia. This is the Claremont Killer from San Diego. And then the fourth week, the fourth series, the run in the series here is the Warwick Slasher. Ron, don't mess this up. The Warwick Slasher. We were talking about this on Sean Atwood. Put this in the chat in the comments. Would you rather be killed by a slasher, a ripper, or a strangler?
That was it.
Slasher, ripper, or strangler.
Strangler. Every time strangler. I'm not one to be stabbed.
Yorkshire Ripper, didn't you? Did you have the Yorkshire Ripper?
Yeah, we had the Yorkshire Ripper. I don't even know 100% what a ripper would do to me. Not really interested in finding out. Okay, any kind of ripping sounds long and painful. Okay,
slashing or strangling.
Stabbing, right? Whatever way you look at it, at least if you go with strangling, there's a good chance he's unarmed. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Unless it's Delmas and physics are just not in your favor, okay?
But
like
you can't breathe.
Well, I get that, but at least there's an element of hope there, okay? At least he's not armed. That's all I'm saying.
Unarmed.
If it was a bit more specific, if I could guarantee the guy who was going to stab me would stab me from behind in the back of the head, just boom, insta kill, then I would take that, right? That would be the one I would go for. But I just want to say, female killers, that's what we're going to look into on this channel. Somebody was talking about South African killers. I'm happy to look into that for the true crime on the Tuesday night. Just, you know, I don't want to throw a whole bunch of, hey, Phil, let's go and get you some homework, because he's got enough to do. Motherfucker's about to move house. So I'm happy to do that. I
pretty much stay with the U.S. serial killers, but Ron will be happy if Ron, you might take on. Make sure you all subscribe to Ron's channel too, if you're on my channel, because he does a lot of stuff in the Europe, UK, stuff like that.
Again, if Phil's hobby was true crime, we could ask him to go and look into this, but because he's a fucking like professional, there's no point. We've still got so much to learn on this topic from Phil. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's still so much to learn. One other thing I'd like to ask, type 1 in the chat. I was talking to Phil the other day about possibly trying to bring in people from law enforcement, like blood splatter experts, forensic people, just to talk about their parts of, you know, the part of their job in identifying killers, and, you know, just because I'm trying to explain why I'm bringing them on now and can't, because I'm so uneducated on it. But I think, you know, blood splatter experts and forensic people, detectives, police, all that stuff, I think that would be a good genre or pool to pull for guests for us. Oh, Nirak, thank you very much. $10 donation. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you so much.
Awesome, man. Thank you guys.
Ron, the brownie murder. Fucking hell.
You know what, Ron? We're gonna start doing that. Like, I have a lot of guys who are friends that are like true crime authors and experts. And
brilliant. Yeah.
I've got a great guy who he's an expert in necrophilia and just stuff like that. And I think if we bring them on and ask questions, you guys can ask them. Harold Schechter has written like 100 true crime books. He's amazing. Him and I just chatted last week. I can get Harold Schechter on. So there's a lot of guys we can bring on here. Yeah. Experts, like real experts. We can bring homicide detectives on anytime, but I think the real experts who write the books and do all the media.
100% agree.
Let's bring them on. Yeah.
Well, and the reason for that as well is, again, educating. We can sit here and talk about interviewing serial killers and all the rest of it, but I think with somebody like Phil in our group of friends, he has got so much to offer that is educational as well as entertaining, as well as like, oh, serial killers, oh, I'm really interested in that sort of side of it all. The actual policing side and the experts that do all of these investigations, it's going to be fascinating, and I can't wait for that. I'll be honest with you, like, I really can't wait to see what the other side of the hear from the law enforcement, because again, watch a lot of movies, watch a lot of TV series, but you never really you see little clips of these people talking on the news for 2 or 3 seconds, but you never really get too in depth with them. So it's exciting. So
we'll bring some of that to you. We're gonna do this 4-week run, Ron, the Sunday Night Lives.
Yep.
To go on tour, I'm gonna move. Then in June we'll do another run of these. Maybe during the June run we could bring some experts on, and we can have like. We can have another guest besides you and I, like
absolutely,
Schechter, or a crime scene person or something like that. And hell, we can listen to that for an hour and let them tell stories.
That's exactly it.
Harold Schechter's written books on Ed Gein, H.H. Holmes, Albert Fish. He's amazing, man. That
sounds awesome.
He wrote the Encyclopedia of Serial Killers. Look up Harold Schechter on Amazon. You'll be amazed. So I know he would come on, so we can get him. There's a lot of guys like him that we could bring on, so it would be good.
Yeah, it sounds freaking amazing. I'm just looking up the Encyclopedia of Serial Killers right now.
Yeah. Hey, 9 minutes left. Anybody have any questions? 9 minutes left.
Man. Yeah, man. What is it you're doing tonight, Phil, anyway?
Me, tonight?
Yeah. You're usually going out for something. Where you were at Outback Steak the other night, was that right?
I'm gonna do an interview right when we're done here.
That's right. It's an interview. That's what it is.
Yep. I won't take that long. And then my wife and I are going to have dinner and just relax and get ready for the big week coming up.
Yeah. It was quite funny because in America, it's quite a big cultural thing to eat out quite a lot. Like, I'll be honest with you, right? So see, when lockdown happened and all the restaurants were closed, like, I had this wee voice inside my head. I was like, what the fuck are what are like 60% of American families going to do? They're going to go to their fridge and it's going to be like, there's milk.
You know what they did? You know what they did? The restaurants completely switched gears and they set up a whole takeout setup.
Same here. But that first week when that shit wasn't running and all the fucking supermarkets were empty, man, there was some very smug smallholder and landowners out there sitting rocking backwards or forwards on their rocking chairs going, yep. I was saying about damn city folk. Do you know what I mean? Because it was the same here.
That first week that happened here in the U.S., not only was toilet paper gone, but almost everything. Water was gone. Like, water and toilet paper, they're long gone.
Yeah. Water's another one. That's interesting because here, turn the tap on, you're good to go. You're good to go. So that is another mad concept as well. Like,
the water's not too great here out of the tap in the U.S. So
yeah, well, I mean, let's be honest. If you were a more, if you were a more developed country, right? Then sure, you would have running water. Why don't you have running water, Phil? Okay, what is going on in America? What's going on? What is going on, man? It just blows my mind.
I also want to tell y'all that I really haven't been posting a lot on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm kind of irritated with Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. For really censoring what I do. A lot of my people don't see my information, and I got a 30-day ban for some bullshit. So you know what I said, Ron? There's two ways you can see me now.
Just delete it.
I'll post some announcements on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, but you're going to get no content from me there.
Yeah.
It's here, YouTube, right here. Every week I'll be here, and on my Patreon page. And the Patreon page, the reason I like it, I post daily there. If you want daily content, it's $10 a month US, and it's daily. And I could post whatever I want. I posted crime scenes from the Night Stalker last week. I post crime scenes from the the Slave Master. Yeah. I posted crime scenes from Eugene Britt last week. I could post whatever I want, man. It's amazing. So you want my daily information? It's Patreon. If you want to see me weekly, it's YouTube. That's it. Yeah. I don't post any more content anywhere else.
Hopefully by sort of Christmas time, I'll have implemented a new website, and we're going to archive a lot of stuff there for the new website members. And you'll see me trailing that with my website when it launches. But in your head, you want to tell yourself, Patreon is for people that have a want to know more about the cases. They want to get crime scene photos. They're really passionate about that side. YouTube membership is for people who want to try and interact with Phil. They want to ask questions. It's more about the content and Phil himself, if that makes sense. So
when we do those kind of chats, Ron, like right now there's 260 people in here. It just moves so quick that I can't really respond. It's hard.
Yeah.
But if the small group, it's literally like we're sitting around a table and just having a chat, and that's the opportunity we're doing.
Yeah.
On my Patreon page, I post every day. I post a lot of letters I get. Like man, I get letters from everybody, man. Like I talk to them. I shit you guys not. I don't say a lot of this to anybody, but I am writing hundreds of killers. I just wrote 15 people who killed real estate agents. I'm doing a little project on that. They're responding. The one-ad killer. I mean, the Slave Master. All these guys that you may have heard of. I mean, it's on the daily with me with them. It's amazing, man. And listen, I'm talking right now with the guy that strangled and killed serial killer Gerald Schaefer in Florida. Yeah. I mean, it's nonstop. So if you want that content, letters, drawings, paintings, and I actually give you the inside scoop to what's going on with me that I can't put on social media, and that is all there. So if you want that, man,
it kind of
not only that, it supports the work. I don't make any money on Patreon, you guys. I don't make any money. The money all goes into what we're doing. It's very, very costly to do this. And people think, are you getting rich? Oh my gosh, please. Somebody at the show I would say, you're making all. Listen, man, I'm losing money every month. I'm not a great businessman when it comes to this. I'm losing money every month. but that helps. It helps support what I'm doing. To get a serial killer, a psychopathic serial killer, to confess to an unsolved murder, it's costly. The police in the United States pay for confessions. They pay. They use crime. What the hell is it called? It's the crime. I can't think of the name of it, but it's the crime groups, the crime fighter groups that support this. We don't have that backing us, so the money comes from me.
Yeah, and I tell you,
it helps. With the Patreon really helps. So. Thank you so much. We have about 120 people in there. Thank you so much. It's great.
What was the name of the lady?
Do the math. $1,200 a month. That money's gone.
What was the name of the lady who was the toy box killer's girlfriend?
Yeah, I've been talking with her this week. She texted me Saturday.
How much did she want? 20,000? Did she say?
Oh no. Listen to this. Cynthia Hendy messaged me this week, and she said, "Okay, I'll do the podcast."
Nice.
Ready? Here's what she told me: 6,500. So I said, "Listen, Cindy, 6,500 is TV money, not podcast money.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We'll give you $500 to $1,000 to be on our podcast." I said, "That's TV money." Okay. So this is a little inside scoop. I probably should have put this on my Patreon, but I forgot all about it. But I told her, I said, "Are you willing to dish on the toy box killer? I mean, did you see any homicides? Are you willing to talk about what you saw?" And she said, "I'll answer any question they ask me." Okay. So my agents are pitching a TV show on the toy box killer. So we're pitching multiple shows right now on TV.
Nice.
When podcast season 2 is over, I really believe we'll be on TV.
To be honest, once the thing that we can't talk about happens.
Oh yeah.
It'll be.
So we can't talk about this, but
it. The thing that we can't talk about
is a major.
It's so massive. It's so massive. Like massive.
Somebody.
It's massive. It doesn't get any bigger. In fact, it's not massive. It's the biggest. There's nowhere else to go. There's nowhere else to go after that.
They're predicting 10 million listeners.
10 million. And what's Phil went and done? Snuck wee cheeky YouTube adverts in the middle of the podcast. So it's exciting.
Some guy named Ron talked me into this channel. I didn't really want to do it.
Yeah,
but
it's coming. It's coming. It all falls into place. Okay.
And hey Ron, I got 2 minutes, 1 minute. What else you got? Anything else?
We got another donation. Juicy Lucy, my favorite. Juicy Lucy, that is right. Yeah, that is right. My fave show. Thanks for all you do, Phil and Ron. Thank you for the support. Thank you to everyone for your support. I
appreciate all that, you guys. It helps. Ron, you're going to have subscribers and stuff for YouTube, right? You're going to tell them what you're going to do with merch, and just say that again.
Oh yeah, we've got the channel membership. We've got the new merch store. We've got the new merch. Obviously, you know how I do my merch, where it's all over print hoodies, and then you've got the mask that comes up that is in the same style as the hoodie, so it looks like it's built in. It all looks sweet, and the t-shirts, and probably some phone cases. Phil's got a nice logo, so it all kind of pairs up well. You've got like the skull face on the mask, and it looks good. It looks real good. So all of that is going to be live tomorrow, latest Tuesday. We've got the membership, channel membership, all of the extras that come along with that. We're just, to be honest with you, consider this sort of the second phase of phase 1, just because Phil's moving, right? If Phil wasn't moving, we could probably pack a bunch more stuff into this month, but it's not really worth putting that pressure, because fuck moving, man. Fuck that. So next month, like I say, we'll try and get some guests. I'll maybe try and see if Phil can do another separate live show that's 2 episodes a month instead of 4. And we'll maybe do guests on those, if you see what I mean. Maybe a Monday night or Tuesday night. And that'll be more. And we could maybe even make that a podcast. And put that on other platforms as well. I've never done an actual podcast, so that could be a learning curve project that I could learn from. Because I really do think you and an expert talking on a case is just, it's going to be amazing. Amazing. Yeah. So, but listen.
We'll start. I'm going to start opening up my contacts to you guys, and introducing you to a lot of people that I deal with every day. And man, I think if you guys if you haven't listened to the Clyde Gibson video, Ron just posted. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So get over to the YouTube channel, catch up to the videos that Ron's posted. He's got more drop-ins this week.
Yeah, we do.
And, check out, keep focused on the little special things we have going on, the merch. And yeah, man, we appreciate all you're doing, Ron. And thanks to all you guys. We had over like 260 something people on here. That's great, man. Thanks
amazing.
So
I mean, it is amazing. And like I say, today got away from me. There should have been a lot more posting by me. I'm getting a new laptop and a new tablet and a new PC next month, which will eliminate all of my mobile phone issues because Roblox is destroying my life right now.
Wow.
And listen, if you're a parent and you let your kids play games like Roblox and you don't take the time to play them so that you know how the fuck people can get to your kids in them, I don't know what to tell you. I don't want to play Roblox, okay? I don't want to play it.
So next week we're doing Albert Fish, the werewolf. He's called the Werewolf of Wisteria, the Brooklyn Vampire, the Gray Man, and the Boogeyman.
Gray Man.
It's going to be a great. Please tell everybody you know. Let's get 500 people on the.
Oh shit! Fucking hell. Phil's like one of those investors of a company that's like 250. Okay, next week double it. Okay, it's like Robert California, Robert California from that season of The Office where he's like, Andy, you had an 8% growth this month. Let's double it.
I've got a copy of Albert Fish's X-ray. He used to stick needles in his genitals. I'm going to show you that next week.
Oh, great.
You guys, it's been great. I got to get locked up and ready. We got a serial killer interview coming up.
Do it.
We're going to do you guys in the next few weeks.
Absolutely. And Brendan McGuire, never heard of the Shank Hill Butcher, but I'm going to go and Google that now because that sounds like another one for Tuesday night.
Which one?
It's an Irish killer. The Shank Kill Butchers.
Oh my God.
Fucking awful. The Shankill Butchers. There we go. I'll look that up. That definitely looks like one for the Tuesday night. Phil, you go and get organized for your interview. Thank you so much for tonight. Everyone who's watching.
Don't be a victim.
Needles in the genitals. Yep. Yeah. Another brilliant.
I want you to, Ron, I'm gonna leave, but I want you to sleep on that. Needles in the genitals.
Thanks. All right, you have a great night, Phil. And to everyone else who's watching, thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm going to jump on Discord. And again, thank you for your support. It really is unbelievable. And yeah, see you in the next one.
I'm trying to touch the States this time. 2021. Gotta show him I can still rap though. Now I'm in the game, I was on the bench. First I was renting, now I'm collecting rent. Run it up. First it was the Beamer, now I want the Benz. Spending all the bag like here I go again. Outside says the chirp, now the camera phone. Told you I'ma keep the channels on. Why you acting different when the camera's on? Why you acting different like your paper long? 8 day wake up and I thank God. Bad decision got you wishing you could say nah. My city gritty, you could get hit any day now. On my mama, I'ma move my family way out. With some 20s, 50s, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, zillions. I'm talking Amazon money, talking so much money I could mess around and buy Amazon. I been winning, I'm like, why me? I heard these labels wanna buy me. I don't need you, boo, I style me. I roll G's and they grind me. Now I'm on my game, nothing is the same. Who am I to blame? Money made me change. Cardi in my ring when I'm switching lanes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Now I got a buck for all those rainy days. Ain't have a day off in like 80 days. I got hustles in like 80 ways. Kids if he won't take a lazy day. Wifey want me, told me take a break. I keep going to the paper street. Then it's trips out to Montego Bay. If I take the job, bet I get it done. I said it before, I'm a 101. I just caught some ones, only wearing ones. Fornicate the funds, money made me come. Diamonds on your neck, bet they on your neck. You want that watch, you better rock it tech. You want that chain, you better cop a vest. You want the check, but can you make it stretch?